Alright, very basic and huge point here. This is how you adjust your camera for any LED track. Example being like a light tracks. So what you want to do is just turn your AGC off. AGC is automatic gain control. It's as simple as that. Turn off AGC. Wide dynamic range on is always a good idea. So let's take a peek here at when you do not turn AGC off. You can see that every single gate is getting blown out. It's a big circle of light, and it doesn't look near as bad here in the DVR, but I remember being in the goggles and it was just unflyable. And it's the wider lights are much worse. So going towards those cubes, and watch the little cube down here. See how it just turns into a big ball of light. Not good for an LED track. It completely takes away your confidence. And yeah, it'll absolutely make or break your race. It is not fun flying at night on an LED track with AGC on. I'm flying a Predator right here, which doesn't give me the option to turn AGC off. So we are definitely working. We're working on a fix for that, because the camera works great during the day, but it is not the best camera for night. So if you plan on doing a lot of indoor LED night track racing, I would not recommend the Predator. I would say to just go for the Aero V2 and turn AGC off. So here, just look at the rest of this. You can see I just basically give up. I'm like, I'm just going to smash into these gates. They just turn into big bright balls of light, and it's just absolutely unflyable. A lot of times, the closer you get, and that's the thing is, see, it looks fine, and then it just automatically just blows out of nowhere. It gets a huge ball of light. Yeah, it's just not fun. So turn AGC off, and I highly recommend not running a CMOS camera for any night racing as far as with the LED tracks. So something about light tracks racing, their race courses, is it's kind of a predetermined race line. So you want to just stay as smooth as possible. You want to have your camera tilt up to about as high as you can possibly fly comfortably without blowing out your turns. You want to stay locked on that solid line. With light track style racing and light courses, see, there's a lot of gates, and there's not a whole lot of room to make passes, so mid-airs are kind of an issue. So you can see there, you want to just stay right on a line and don't move. You really want to be smooth when it comes to these light track style courses. It's just not the same as running your typical multi-GP out at the park or a natural element course. There really is a predetermined line, and there's only so fast you can go. If I was going any faster here, I definitely would have crashed. And this was just an absolutely perfect run. There was a lot of crashing, but this is just a good example of what to kind of model after the next time you go for a light tracks race. You can see I'm not making a whole lot of corrections, and I'm just staying locked into that line. I'm not searching too much. I just know exactly where I need to go, and I'm not going too hard. I'm not pushing outside of my element. I'm just staying right in that groove where I'm constantly moving forward. So yeah, this is just a little bonus clip. Take this into account. Obviously, I was much better in the daylight. I kind of stink at night, but this is still a super fun run, and hopefully you learned something here. Alright, back to business. Here we are at the XDC Clash of the Drones race. This is Junk FPV, aka the Millennium Falcon, fastest hunk of junk in the galaxy. This is my first time around the course, and what we're going to talk about here is trying to remain calm under video issues. So you can see here, I'm obviously just backing way off because the video was just less than fresh here. It was actually pretty horrid. Something that I've been doing with my antennas, I've been mounting my antennas along my arms and kind of coming back routed near where the rear left or right motor is, and I'm thinking that that's just fine. I have great video, but at this race, I think it really showed its ugly face because my video was just absolutely horrendous. And when you have bad video, it just absolutely kills your confidence, and it's just not fun flying with bad video and around every turn, especially in a team race. You're just terrified around every single turn. You're expecting your video to be gone, so you're just flying super, super cautious. Well, sometimes that's the best thing to do, and that's what I did here. I just flew extremely cautious. This was just a practice run, trying to get a feel for the course, and it's more important to get laps in than to try to go out and go fast and crush lap records and then smash your quad, crash out, because it's really important, especially with a course that's this technical. You really want to get the course timing down. So that's what I did here. You could see that my video, like, it just blanks away almost completely in sporadic areas, and it's always in a different spot. It wasn't very consistent as when the video gets blanked out, but yeah, I was just focusing on just staying clean on that line. If I lost my video, I just literally would remember right where I was and just kind of, not you won't close your eyes, but I kind of just went somewhere else and thought where I was in time and space. So basically, see right there, I just kind of hovered, knowing that I was still out in the open, but if I move around, I'm probably going to crash. So super important, you lose your video, don't panic, don't nail the throttle, don't do anything. Just memorize where your line is and try to stay on that line. Even when your video blanks out, you want to stay on that line. So just take a peek here at this clip and you'll see what I'm talking about. So here we are on the final day. This was our last chance at the XDC team race, and everything was going pretty good, but it's just, again, sporadically, video would just drop out and it would just kill confidence, but it's very important to just remain calm and just stay on that race line. You could see that having the AGC off was just absolutely key here. I could see all the LED gates just fine. There's nothing blown out, so no confidence lost there. Biggest thing is just staying calm under that crappy video. It's something that you're going to experience at a lot of races, especially indoors. It's just kind of out of our control right now with our analog video. We're doing the best we can. It's nobody's fault. We try to learn from each race for the next race, and it was an extremely fun race. You could see I start building confidence here. I'm starting to roll a little bit, and as soon as the video starts cutting out, I back off. I'm just trying to be smart. There's a team relying on me here to not crash out, so. That's basically, it's a different strategy. It's not just going out and trying to go fast and win an event for yourself. You want to finish laps for the team. Unfortunately, in the end, we got kind of killed with technical failures, which took us out of the running, but it was a great event. We had a great time. Lot of amazing pilots out there. And yeah, I was really happy to be a part of this XDC. XDC is one of my favorite events of all time, so it was awesome being able to fly the Millennium Falcon there. It was very nostalgic. So yeah, just take a peek at the rest of this video. Just focus on the things that I've talked about. You'll see I'll start rolling, and then as soon as the video starts getting, kind of cutting back and forth, and sometimes I'll lose it completely, you just got to back off, keep yourself in check, and remember, it's more important to finish laps in the end than to go out and set a fastest lap. Thanks, guys.